What's up, Redeemers? Welcome back to Redemption 46 Studios. I'm Nick.
I'm Low.
I'm Jarek.
I'm Curtis.
And I'm Ty.
Y'all seen the vibes. Y'all know the thumbnails. First off, by the time this comes out, happy birthday, Jimin.
Happy birthday, Park Jimin.
Happy birthday.
Jimin.
Y'all know that's my fucking biased. That's low fucking bias record, low key.
What you mean?
He pounded on the table for this too, yo.
I did.
I don't gotta give y'all too much info about the song. We really can jump right into it. This may be a two-parter depending on how this conversation goes with y'all. But let's jump right into live. This is Jimin by himself on one of the teaser tracks.
Drop that.
Feels very classical already.
Happy birthday, my fucking bodies. Vibes of.
Alright.
You got a really good voice.
One of my favorite K-pop voices in general. I love that. Jimin, lie. How y'all feel about that?
I want to know what the lie was. I want to know like the origin behind the song.
Are back. Good morning start at YALL.
You guys have Wawa in Korea? Let us know.
What are we gonna do with this nigga?
It's mostly a PA and I think Jersey,
Virginia
too.
and in Florida.
That jacket crazy. I want one.
I'll show up at the premiere like that. Cobwebs.
That's so tough, bro. That harmony, yo. Come on.
Legend.
Body that.
For sure.
Jimin live. How do y'all feel?
It's a good little tune right there.
I like that joint. I really like that joint. That was tough. That was tough.
I fucking love this song.
Some vocals is up there.
I'm gonna let y'all go first. That diatribe.
Yeah, y'all can
Yeah.
put it in the mix.
I just know I got a lot to say. About
Yeah,
it,
that's
so.
me too. That's
Go
all.
ahead,
Like,
go ahead, go ahead.
I don't have too much to say. Go ahead.
All right. Well, for starters, I mean, the subject matter of the song, you know, felt like it came from a real emotional place. It didn't feel like it was fabricated in any regard. The vocals were incredible, as they always are. The lyrics, especially, were very poetic. I like that they used something that stood out to me too. Is the song's called "Lie," so you know when I'm reading the lyrics, I'm looking for something that stands out as a lie or like the beginning. And he said, "I don't want to be like a prey. I want to be smooth like a snake, but a snake is always associated, with temptation, the devil. So that's where I thought the lie proverbially was coming from. And ironically, the play on the word pray is, to pray, like with your hands pray, and then also pray, like
To be prey.
to be prey or to be consumed. And he came back to that analogy of being consumed by the lie. So that was something that really stood out to me also. And there was lyrics that touched on the whole idea of like I'm in a hell, I'm being punished, and that's what made me come back to the snake analogy again because of the biblical devil, temptation, the snake, Garden of Eden, that sort of thing. So I don't know if it could be an analogy, of course, but I don't know if the proverbial lie is the smoothness of a snake, like if you try to be a snake, you can't be smooth, or if it was just a way of, conveying a deeper message. But the vocals live were absolutely amazing as well. I love the performance. It felt like it was really intimate, yet also it felt like it was to resonate with a lot of people, but it felt really personal as well, which is a really hard thing to pull off for any kind of artist. But any of my other thoughts I'll come back to later.
All right, so I'll speak on the song first and then the performance. So on my initial listen to this song, I was like blown away. This is one of them songs I'm going to remember like the first time I ever heard it. Like I remember, for instance, like Flashing Lights. I remember where I was, the day that was, everything about the first time I ever heard that song. You know what I'm saying? I was at the fucking produce market in the parking lot, just listening to the radio, and I heard that song. I was at work and just pressed play on the Wings album. For whatever reason, it went to shuffle, and this came on first. And I was just sitting there the whole time like, wait a minute. Then I had to go and look for the lyrics because I'm like, this song sounds one way, but I know for a fact the lyrics ain't matching the way that this shit sounds. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so you go and see the lyrics, and he's like, Ijogo so, you know my Korean ass right now, but Ijogo so now konejo, which means please save me from this hell. Then please find me who is innocent. Please return my smile. Knowing what I know about Jim and some of the stuff that was said about him, like early on, how he was feeling, just with everything and stuff like that. And of course, also with like Korean beauty standards, just trying to fit in, find his way with the group. There's a lot of people say that BTS got eras and shit like that. Like this person ran this era, this person ran this era. I feel like Wings is when he came into his own, for sure. Especially with like Blood, Sweat, and Tears. But obviously this song right here, he stole it. So you got those.
I doubled down too, not to cut you off. Like that's literally to me the epitome of what this song is. It's just self-imaging, projecting. You ever tell yourself lies almost to comfort yourself, or just to like it's just all that. Keep going, but I'm a double.
No, you be like I'm this person. This is who I am. This is what I want to be. And it's like no, you're not.
It's just like no, you're not.
It's not you, bro. You got to look in the mirror and see yourself, and you realize that, and you caught up in that lie. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely. You know what I'm saying? And lies only get bigger. You know what I'm saying?
It felt like the lie of who you are, who you know you are, versus who you are perceived to be.
Exactly.
Lying so much you in hell, and now you got to get dragged out of this hell that you created yourself.
It's painful. Yeah, it's painful because you done made this whole image of yourself, and people see that as you, and you want to be seen one way. You know what I'm saying? And you can't be. You want to be accepted for who you are, but you can't. So you got to live in that lie because you want people's acceptance.
The lyrics also said, "I'm the same me, but I'm swallowed by this lie."
Yeah, like I said, the one line in particular, or the two lines, please save me from this hell, please find the me who is innocent, please return my smile. And it's like, you know what I'm saying, you going through it. So obviously, like I said, that part right there is just is dark and tortured lyrics with like an erotic and passionate type background. That's always going to be magic.
Ironically too, the beat progression started off really like classical. It felt like orchestraic almost. And
then the 808s come in on the verse.
Immediately the bass came in too. And when the bass came in, it was almost like that, like, I don't want to say like a TikTok or a meme kind of thing, but you know how like someone will be going about the normal day and you'll hear that bass kick and it's like everything changed when like that sort of thing. it felt like that to me in the sense of like there was like a classical kind of build to it, like a routineness, if you will.
Yeah.
And then that bass just let me know like the immediate turn.
The brilliance of this song is along with the, like you said, it opens with violins and like orchestral type music, and then it goes into the verse, which is like the 808s, the pounding and everything like that, and the bass. But the brilliance really for me is it going from minor to major during the caught in the line. Like the keys go from minor to major. I'm like, yo, that's what really takes the song to the next level for me. And I'm just like, bro. But to kind of like wrap my part up, Jimin's voice is interesting. I actually don't think he's the best singer in the group, like vocally. If you know how vocals work, because I feel like he sings out of his natural style and chorus style a lot. So I feel like they want him to sing big a lot, and this song definitely requires you to sing big. This was probably a personal song to him. I think he wrote it, if I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. So this is personal, and you're going to want to sing, like hit those high notes and everything like that. But this right here is the perfect song for his voice to hit those notes, even if they are out of his range naturally, and because he has such a soft voice or whatever like that.
I think whoever you like vocally is going to depend on what type of singers you like. Yeah, that makes sense.
No, it's not that I don't like his voice.
No, I'm not saying that you're saying that. I just think that because I think it's an argument for at least 4 of them to be considered like kind of the better.
If I was to do my rankings on a vocalist, I would say.
You don't have to.
May I ask what song number this was on that album?
Number 4.
Yeah, early in the tracks.
Yeah.
You can do your phone. I'm just fucking with you.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, just out of natural singing style, I would think JK seems to has the most flexibility with his voice. V has like a kind of like it seems like a baritone. It's a deeper voice, more suited for like R&B and neo soul. Then it's Jin actually, because he can go like higher naturally.
I think Jim is the worst singer. It's like nah.
I mean, technically, there's 7 dudes in the group. It's not that he's the worst. It's his vocal range is the smallest. So I won't say worst because you can have a great voice, but if the song don't suit you or whatever like that, like
I'm a falsetto guy.
Yeah. But yeah, he's so I would put Jimin at 4 just because, like I said, the vocal range. But his song, I don't think the other members have this, where you can hit that emotional chord, because he has a counter tenor voice. So he's really always singing out of his vocal range, like I said, most of the time, unless he's doing like Blood, Sweat, and Tears, because Blood, Sweat, and Tears,
it's funny
stuff like that.
It's funny because I agree with your logic, but to me, the same way we talk about rap, and Kurt, you'll talk about it with emotional rap, I feel the same way about singing too. Fuck everything else. If someone can hit a note to me that touches my heart, then you kind of won me over. Facts. And I get that it's still logistics and it's still reasons. Because I respect your reasons and I agree with them.
And I
think that's the whole point of harmonies in general.
Well, the only thing with that is singing out of your natural style strains your voice. Yeah. So that means your voice won't last long singing out of that style if you're straining to hit these huge notes all the time, constantly, especially a song like this. This is your big, kind of like his signature song, I feel like. So
I think that's more on like, I guess they have to do that though because their music ranges so differently too.
I think, well, also because it seems Jimin is like the front man, kind of, him and JK kind of, so they're gonna want him to sing a lot of these big, heavy hitting parts. Mm-hmm. But I wish they would kind of write songs that fit his vocal style, so he's not straining his voice all the time. Look at me caring about him and shit already.
Could that perhaps be the lie that's being alluded to in the song? Like the lane you're supposed to, or I shouldn't say supposed to, but the lane that you're more commonly, like you're a piece of a team as opposed to,
Well,
I don't think this is necessarily about BTS. I just mean like in your solo work, you're saying I'm still me, I'm still the same me, but I'm consumed by this lie.
I think this might be 100 different type of things.
I feel like it was meant to be vague enough to be open to interpretation.
The big lie, from what I gather, just from everything, was just, like I said, kind of his image.
Me too.
And the music they were doing and everything. Because originally, we had the conversation about them originally being a hip hop group and everything like that.
Yeah.
He didn't have a background in that naturally. You know what I'm saying? Him or Jen, if I'm not mistaken.
You're literally trying to find your footing in a hip hop group almost.
Yeah, and then when it gets to this time, when they kind of changed their image and went from like the bad boy and rebellious teens to more pretty boy shit, which is more in tune to Korean beauty standards, and his hair, he started dyeing his hair blonde. They wore more makeup and dressed a lot more flamboyant and everything. You kind of see the acceptance in coming there, and they start singing more overt and kind of sexual and sensual and everything like that, even if the lyrics don't match that. They do that. But I think that was kind of like the lie, living that lie and everything like that. And I think he still kind of feels some things. So this is for his birthday.
It also,
y'all ever not to cut you off, Kurt, like
No, you're good.
I'm trying to think of something in a lineup that we all can like be like, on the same terms with. You ever been held to a particular standard and sometimes you feel like you can't never meet that standard, or it might be like a little too high for you almost, and it's like you're trying to grasp and do that standard and be in a lane, and you may not even want to do particular things of that standard?
I have something a little different. More so, I was expected to be something I didn't want to be.
Same. I ain't gonna go into details and shit, but it's just like sometimes I don't want to do this and I don't want to be this, and this is a standard, and I might have lied to myself for years about this, and it's just not me. What can I do to get out of this hell? Because this lie is just something that's unbearable at this point.
One thing I'll say too is I will say that the title of the song of a lie in general is a bit ironic in the sense that they seem to be fully aware of the lie, and usually a lie is like a for lack of a better term, a plot twist, like something you didn't know about that then becomes like made clear to you, or made aware of, or you're rather made aware of a lie. This seems like it was like from the beginning, it's like, I know this is a lie, I'm trying to get out of this lie.
Yeah.
So the irony in that is actually, I took it as rather hopeful by the end, in the sense that like I'm aware of the problem now, I can work on a solution. And obviously that's why I was asking you about what number it was, because if it was the way to close out the album or open the album, but it's right in that middle part.
No, it's right like towards the beginning. Like the song, the sequencing on the album isn't like that because it's a group. So, and certain members have solo songs. So, and this is just one of them on it. So it's kind of different. But I'll close my whole statement really saying, when I first heard this shit, the crazy part is I was like, this sounds like a song that Party Next Door wrote before I read the lyrics, of course. It sounded like a song that Party Next Door wrote for The Weeknd to perform. It sounded like The Weeknd did a song Party Next Door produced and wrote. Then when I watched this performance, it got even bigger to me. I said, this seems like something that Prince wrote and produced and Michael Jackson performed it.
Because that's what I whispered to him when we first came on. When I had seen this performance before, it just felt so MJ-ish, and the beat structure and everything felt Prince-like.
Feels epic.
Oh, and to clarify,
to us, that's very high praise.
I think Michael Jackson is the greatest entertainer of all time, and I think Prince is the greatest artist of all time, the most talented musician of all time.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's the highest praise I can give anyone. And like I said, I'm gonna remember this song forever. So like, yeah, man.
To clarify, what Lo had whispered to me was about the Catharsis.
Oh yeah.
Just so there's no confusion or anything, but I love Catharsis in a song, and the way they built to the bridge and had that release of all that pinned up, all that pinned up trauma, I guess, for lack of a better term. The release of the high note was for quote unquote narratively motivated.
Especially in the final bridge, in the performance, and you see him. And before I even watched the performance, when I heard this song, and you know how they take the drums out and it's caught in the line at the end.
Yeah.
I'm like, I feel like he's like rising through the clouds or some shit. Boom.
It's kind of ironic too.
They hold him up.
His body posture was like lowering, and then he like
they lifted him up and everything like that. So we're there with that.
I mean, there could be some symbolism with like being down on yourself and having others around you to lift you
and
up.
That's
you can look at that choreography.
That's literally like I said, and that's why I said to you, it's literally catharsis in a song.
Hour and a half if you want to pull back the layers.
Yeah.
Y'all had anything else you want to add?
Nope.
Nah. We'll wrap it up there, y'all, because we'll probably definitely have more time to play with this track, because we'll definitely look at other live performances.
Oh
for
yeah,
us
and also
stuff
the
like
short that they did, so we can play.
So yeah, y'all really just chime in because we'd like to get some input from y'all too, just to tell us how y'all felt about the track. What message y'all got from it? Because y'all might have got a completely different message than we did, and that's cool. Music is subjective. We listen to it, and we got what we got. We want to hear what you guys got.
Did this song do anything for anybody who was out there caught in a lie? You know what I'm saying? Like, did this help you release or get you through anything? Cause
Are you still caught in a lie?
yeah,
Let us know in the
Let
comments.
us know in the comments.
And y'all answered my question, by the way, about the origin of the song. So
yeah, man. Like I said, that minor, the major part when he go, that's shout out to the producers, man.
Yeah.
Damn. And once again, happy birthday, Park Jimin. Everybody, let's give a boy a hey.
Boy,
Hey.
my fucking guy. Like, comment, subscribe, share. You're definitely going to want to check out the Patreon because there's going to be a lot of Jimin content on there this month. A lot of BTS content and a lot of other things on there. YouTube, we love you to death. We still going to be dropping bangers and content for y'all on here. Lo, you can bring us out.
And like I said, we not even doing the regular joint. Like, happy birthday, Park Jimin. We love you. We out of here.
Happy fucking birthday, my guy.